welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Vonnajoi if you're new here, and thanks for tuning into this video. If you're a mom and you're into self-care, self-love, and want a form of motivation in regards to balancing motherhood and womanhood, this is the spot for you, and I highly suggest that you join the family and subscribe. In today's video, as you guys can see by the title, we'll be talking all about how we can incorporate soft lifeness, soft girl era into motherhood, because who says that moms still cannot live in their soft girl era and lived in the highest aura of ourselves just because we're moms? Sit down, chill, and let's jump right into this girl talk. If you see me looking down, it's my phone. I have plenty of notes and I want to stay on track when I'm talking about this stuff, because I can get excited sometimes and just keep on talking, and I don't want to keep y'all too long. I just want to give you the tea and see y'all in the next video. Okay, so I have 10 tips in regards to how we can incorporate soft life into our day-to-day lives. Now, what exactly is a soft life? So a soft life is living a life of ease. Living a life with little to no stress in the highest era of yourself. However you see the best version of yourself is a soft life to me. That's how I identify it as. It's much more than just like a social media thing, and it doesn't necessarily mean luxury. If luxury is the thing or items or wants of the best version of yourself, if that's what she has, then that's what you identify with, but it's not necessary, sis. And I'll share all type of free ways that you can step into this part of life with little to no money, or with the money and the items that you already have. So that's what soft life is to me. I also want to read what it actually, like the definition of it is, because you know everybody has their own meaning to it, but I really like this specific definition. So the act of simply living life with less stress, worry, and concern, making better decisions that benefit you in your overall well-being. You don't prioritize fitting in, following trends. You're just here to live in your divine purpose. Love that. Love that. And I feel like we all need to live in that, and we can. So an example here says, my health is more important than stressing about how much money I'll make doing this job. I live a soft life. So it's just literally not letting your current worries or concerns overwhelm you to the point that you're not living in your greatness. There's nothing wrong with wanting more and doing more to provide more for your future, for your kids, for your family. But it's like the saying, looking at the glass half full instead of looking at it half empty. We want to look at it half full all the time. And I feel like it's one of the biggest things is removing toxic people out of your life. And it doesn't matter who those folks are. So relationships, friendships, friends, associates, co-workers, removing all toxic people out your life is no way that you can really prosper and get to the next level, what you need and where you want to be in life, and you have people pulling you down with the just same old stuff, the gossiping, the negativity, jealousy, sending you off, sending you astray, sending you towards things that are really not benefiting you, like one way or another, like at all. You want to remove those type of people out of your life. And don't look at it just for time. Like, oh, I've had this person in my life for so long. I've been with him for this long. That's this and that. Like, we've done this together. We have all this history. History does not equal loyalty. And they maybe have served you at a previous part of your life, but now where you're going, their time has expired.
Okay, girl, bye. Bye.
So they're gonna need to stay where they are, because we're on the journey of betterness, and new people will come along. New, better people will come along. People will meet you where you are, and you can grow together instead of holding on to folks that are really not serving you any purpose at all. Second point is going to be pouring into your mental health. It's so important. So I'm going to share with you guys some examples that I've been doing lately, and it's really helped a lot. So the first one for me is for sure podcasts. Listening to a podcast at least like 2 to 3 times a week is mandatory for me, and not just any podcast. I'm not listening to like crime or just random like girl talk and celebrity gossip. Like, I don't listen to that at all. Every podcast that I listen to is something to feed my soul, to feed my mental, to help me reevaluate things, help get me back on track. So I will have a few of my favorite podcasts listed right here, and I really suggest that you guys go listen to it instead of when you're taking your showers. If you find yourself like normally listening to music, I do that too. Maybe just a few days out the week, instead of playing your music in the shower, just listen to a podcast. When you're in the car driving, instead of playing music for 5, 15, 20 minutes, put on a podcast instead. I also like listen to podcasts and things when I'm cooking dinner. It's just simple ways that you can incorporate it doing what you're already doing. Like, you don't have to make this whole new routine to listen to a podcast. Just shift the way that you're doing things instead of feeding yourself with the same rap, R&B, trap, city girl music that we all love. Let's just try to sprinkle in a little bit of positivity along with Carisha and JT. That's all I'm saying. And also with podcasts, also try some reading. Different books. I will also list the journals and books that I have read. I wish I had them like in arm's reach right now to show you guys, but I don't. But journaling has been really good for me. I love the journal Soul Therapy. That was the last journal that I just finished, and now I have a journal app on my phone that I use. And also the Sarah Jakes workbook, along with her Woman Evolve book. There's a workbook that goes with the book that I use. Highly suggest. So let's just start with that, with feeding into your mental, with podcasts and books. And of course, you can always take it up a notch with therapy and telehealth and doing virtual sessions. I've done therapy. I find it so beneficial. If you have it in your means to try it, definitely do it. But if you don't, or you're just like, I don't know if I'm at that point where I want to talk to a stranger about my problems, listen to a podcast, start reading a book, go on YouTube, listen to some motivational speeches from pastors or just people empowered. Steve Harvey has some really, really good motivational speeches on YouTube. Listen to it. Affirmations, all of that is right in arm's reach on YouTube. Where you at right now watching me? When you're done, go watch them.